Hi there, it's me, Kal-el Sands, creator of the YouTube channel Peekaboo Style Boxing. I'm gonna crack on now with lesson 6. It's just a whole lot of bits and bobs, just things that I just want to cover, throw onto the videos. As you've seen with some of the other videos, they're a bit mixed up with a lot of different things, but you know, things that you can really use. Okay, so let's crack on. This thing we're going to do next, it's going to start from where you've done a duck. Yeah? It's like you've done something, then you've ducked, then you've ducked. Okay? So you've got here, you've done something, and then you've ducked. Alright? Now we can get into this position by the stalking, where, you know, as I've shown you before in the stalking videos, and then you're down like this. Yeah? You could probably do, you know, you're slanting to the right, and then you do the jab, slip left, overhead, as I've shown you in other videos, and then duck, yeah. Or you could, you know, do a jab, slip left, and do the overhead, and if he stumbles back, you could then plant yourself forward by shooting forward and ducking, so you can, what's the word, pounce. You can pounce forward, and then you're here, and you're then ready to do this technique that I want to show you. So there's a few different ways to get there. You know, there's plenty of ways to get there, but the idea is to get into this duck position here. Yeah, to get into the duck position. Because what we're going to do is, from here, yeah, we're going to throw. We're going to shoot up with a lead home run hook, but then we're going to come back down. Yeah, and fire rear body hook, lead body hook, rear home run hook, lead home run hook, and then we're going to fire the rear uppercut right up the centre like a rocket shooting up straight to the chin. Boom, straight up. Yeah, and we're going to fire up with that. Yeah, so we'll be in the ducking position. You know, many ways you can get into it. You'll fire your lead home run hook and come boom, 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 straight up the top, and then make a defensive move. Yeah, so say we've done it from a jab cross. Yeah, so I've shown you how to do I've shown you how to do jab crosses, rear overheads and all that. I've shown you how to do all that on the videos, so refer to them videos, but the basic idea is to get into a duck position. Yeah, so I go jab, I slip left, fire across, and then I duck. Yeah, I'm here. Right, so I'm going to fire up with a lead home run hook and come back downstairs and rear body, lead body, upstairs again, rear home run hook, lead home run hook, and then fire the lead, then fire the rear uppercut up the centre and back down. Yeah, so I'm going to do it off a lead jab and a rear tight overhead. So just for me to show this, I'm just going to slant to my right, fire the jab, slip left, rear tight overhead, then duck and do my thing. Yeah. And then obviously I've got to make my defensive move. I've got to remember to do that. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll do that slowly again. Yeah. So what I did to get to the duck position, I chose to do the jab, slip left, and the rear tight overhead. So jab, slip left, the rear tight overhead, and you can slip left as you do this, or you can go diagonal forward, slip left, bringing it more in. But the idea is not that, but it's to duck, to get into that position. I'm going to shoot up with the lead home run hook upstairs. We're going to come back downstairs and fire the rear and lead body hook, boom, boom, and then come back upstairs with the rear and lead home run hooks, boom, boom, and then we're going to come straight up the pipe with a rear uppercut, straight up like a rocket going straight to the chin. And you might bend your legs a little bit to get a little leverage to bring it down and vroom it up. Yeah? Well, you probably would. You'll bend your legs and bring it straight up the centre. Right up the centre. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Bring it straight up the centre, like so. Okay? So, that's the first one, and that was quite quick. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to do a shuffle step move. Okay? Alright. Okay, I'm going to be slanting right for this. I'm going to fire my jab. Yeah? I might fire 2 jabs. But the idea is I'm going to get to the left side of him where he can't see the punches coming. Where I can hit him and he can't hit me. So I'm going to get here, yeah, to the left side of him. I'm going to fire a lead body hook, a lead uppercut, but then I'm going to shuffle step to my right. Well, I'm not going to bring my head over this way for this one. I'm going to leave my head to come, well, where it is really, because what's going to happen is I'm going to shuffle step this way, and the idea is to bring this straight up the centre for an uppercut. Boom, straight up. And then I'm going to shuffle step to the left. This time my head is going to come over this way. Yeah? So I'm here and now fire a rear uppercut straight up. Boom. And then going to finish it off with a lead home run hook. Bang. Yeah? So, okay, so what's happened there is I'm slanting to the right. I'm firing, a double jab. I'm going to slip diagonal forwards, get to the side of him. I'm going to fire the lead body hook into the lead uppercut upstairs. I'm going to keep my head this way tilted. I'm simply just going to shuffle step to my right, bringing me in position to fire the lead uppercut straight up the centre underneath his chin. I'm then going to bring my head over this way as I shuffle step to the left. Yeah, bringing my other hand, my rear hand, yeah, to do a rear uppercut up the centre as well. Boom, to uppercut under his chin, and then finish off with a lead home run hook. Yeah. So looks like this. Yeah. So I'll slow that down. Jab, jab. Get to that side. Body. Lead uppercut. Yeah. Shuffle step right. Lead uppercut. Shuffle step left. Rear uppercut. Finish off with a lead home run hook to the side there. And that's that one. Next one I want to show you is similar, but this time it's when you're in front of him in close quarters, and you're in the duck position again, like stalking. You've come in close. So say I've done it from stalking, yeah, and I've got here, or I've done a jab and slipped left and done a tight overhead and he's moved or stumbled back, so I pounce forward and I get into this position. However you get into it, what we're going to do is shuffle step to the right, and our head is going to slip left, yeah, bringing this in position to now shoot at the centre, strap the pipe up to his chin, the lead uppercut straight there, yeah. We're then going to bring our head over as we shuffle step to the left, yeah, and fire the rear uppercut, boom. See, same kind of thing as before, but this is not with the body shots. The last one had a body and an uppercut, and then we went into it. This one is just when you're here, just to go like this, like that. So you're here, bang, bang. Yeah. So you slip to the right, you shuffle step right, bring that up, yeah, and then bring your head over right, shuffle step to the left, and bang the rear uppercut. Let me try that again. So I'm here. So yeah, I did do that incorrectly there. Sorry. I can't get it right all the time. Right, this is the correct way to do it. Okay. That's right. So I'm going to slip left and I'm going to shuffle step right, which will bring me in position to fire the lead uppercut straight up the pipe. Then I'm going to slip to my right and shuffle step to my left. Yeah? And fire the rear uppercut straight up. Yeah? You're in a duck position, slip left as you shuffle step right, puts you in a nice position to fire the lead uppercut straight up the centre, and shuffle step to your left as you slip right. Again, bringing your rear hand in a nice position to do an uppercut straight up the centre. Yeah? And make a defensive move. Okay? Straightforward and simple. Slip left, shuffle step to the right, fire lead uppercut, slip to the right, shuffle step left, fire the rear uppercut, boom. And that's that one. Okay, now we're just going to do a shuffle step left and a shuffle step right off jabs. So basically, you know, maybe slanted to the right, and you're firing your jab, yeah, and you slip left and shuffle step to the left, and fire a rear arm run hook or uppercut, however the arm is coming up, around to graze the outside of his chin. Yeah? Or you can do it the other way. You jab in, yeah, yeah, and then you slip right, and slip right. That's correct. You slip right and you shuffle step right, yeah, which will bring and your head will come over and up enough, yeah, to bring this arm over enough to be able to get round to fire around the outside and graze the chin of the opponent. Yeah. So let me get that clear. So I'm slanting to the right. I'm firing that jab. I'm going to slip left. I'm going to shuffle step left. My head, as you saw, my head came over a bit. Yeah, but not just totally slip right. That's not what we're doing. It's just coming up a bit, so this arm can reach over enough to get to the outside of the opponent's chin to graze it. Yeah. So again, slant to the right, jab. Yeah, two double jabs. Slip left. Yeah, I'm going to shuffle step left. I'm now going to bang the rear arm run hook to graze the outside of his chin here. Yeah? Okay. And the other way. Okay, so I'm jabbing, slip to the right, shuffle step to the right. Your head will come over just enough so this can get round to the outside of the opponent's chin. So I'm jabbing here. Yeah, I'm jabbing here, I'm slanting right, jabbing here, slip left, shuffle step left, boom. And going the other way, boom, 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 yeah. Slip right, shuffle step right. So, like so. Yeah? And that's that one. Okay. Now this next one is actually the first thing I ever learnt in peekaboo. It is the very first combination, though it's one you probably never heard of, and just say, oh, what's that? But when you do it, it works like a treat. It really does work. even though you probably think it wouldn't, it really does work. It does. It works. I've proven it. Yeah? Okay. Let me just turn this down a bit. Okay, so what we're going to do here, yeah, we're going to fire a rear cross, and you're obviously going to be coming forward with. So you're going to fire a rear cross, a double jab, you're going to slip left, and a tight overhead punch, and then come up with a lead home run uppercut, yeah, and then you're going to follow that up, yeah, if you want to. This next bit is an add-on to this. You're then going to go rear cross, lead home run hook, rear tight overhead, lead home run hook. Okay? So I'll be going, coming forward with this, I'll be going rear cross, double jab, slip left, tight overhead punch, rear overhead punch, lead home run hook, rear cross, lead home run hook, slip left, rear tight overhead punch, lead home run hook, and yeah, I think I just covered it all, didn't I? Let me do that again. Okay, it's going to be rear cross, double jab, slip left, rear tight overhead punch, lead home run hook, slip left, rear cross, slip left, then come up with the lead home run hook again, and slip left and rear tight overhead punch, boom, yeah, and make a defensive move. Like so. I can't make that much noise on the back because I've got neighbours downstairs, and you know what neighbours are like. So that's what that one is. Now I'll just do it one more time in front of the camera. So rear cross, double jab, slip left, rear tight overhead, lead home run hook, slip left, rear cross, lead home run hook, slip left, rear tight overhead punch, and lead home run hook. Maybe. You see how you feel at that point. Now, I did this in sparring on a guy, and what he did, yeah, because I was also, I'll tell you what I also did that made him go into, he went like this and he started going back into the ropes. He started to cover up because I didn't finish, yeah, at the lead home run hook. This is what I did. Yeah, I went across, I did the double jab, I did the slip left, the rear tight overhead punch, the lead home run hook, the slip left, the rear cross, the lead home run hook, but then, yeah, did I do a rear overhead? Yeah, I did. Let me start again. Right, rear cross, double jab, slip left, rear tight overhead, lead hook, slip left, rear cross, lead hook, and slip left, rear tight overhead punch, yeah, and lead hook. Now, from there I went into rear hook, lead hook, rear hook, lead hook, and I did a rear home run uppercut, yeah, and then did lead hook, rear hook, and then I went lead home run uppercut. Basically I was doing a flurry, I was mixing it up, yeah. So I went cross, double jab, slip left, I put the overhead in, I did a lead home run hook, yeah. Then I slipped left, I did the rear cross, I did the lead home run hook, I slipped left, did the rear tight overhead, did the lead home run hook, but then I went lead home run hook again, lead home run hook, then I did a lead home run uppercut, boom, yeah, coming underneath the chin there, then I went lead home run hook, rear home run hook, then I went lead home run uppercut, boom, yeah, and then just carried on flowing with the hooks, at which point he then covered up and started moving back against the ropes, yeah. And then he started with his back against the ropes. Now when he did that, I followed him and I did this. Right. I did a right tight downward. When I came up to him and he was like this, I came up to him. I did a right tight downward slip. I went like this. Then I hit the body twice with my rear hand, and then brought it up to do rear uppercuts. I did about 3 or 4 shots, and then I slipped left and shuffle stepped to my right, and at the same time did a left downward slip as well, bringing me straight down again, and I fired my lead uppercut straight up the pipe, straight up the centre, yeah. And I was also watching his hands to see when they were about to start throwing hooks, because I was expecting him to start throwing hooks, to break out of it and start throwing hooks. At which point, yeah, as I'm throwing this lead uppercut, I've got this hand ready to, as he does it, bring a hook here and then bring a hook round here, hook and double hook here, yeah. Okay, now the one thing I didn't do, there was no way I was going onto the to his rear, where his rear hand was. I was where his lead hand was. If you split him in half, I was on the side where his lead hand is, yeah, where his jab hand is. There was no way I was going near the rear hand, because what most smart fighters do, if you go across into where their rear hand is, they've got their rear overhead punch cocked, ready, yeah, to smash, boom, down on you as you come across. So I was keeping away from that, yeah. So what I did, again, yeah, he's covered up. I did a tight downward slip, yeah, hit the body twice, did about 3 lead uppercuts, yeah. I slipped left and did a downward slip at the same time as I shuffle stepped to my right, yeah, and I got down, fired the lead uppercut, yeah, I kept my eyes on his hands, and when I saw the hook coming, I fired my rear home run hook, lead home run hook, rear home run hook, double lead home run hook, yeah. So he's covered up, yeah. So I've got downward slip, body, uppercut, 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 slip left, downwards, slip, shuffle step to my right, so I'm down, lead uppercut, boom, boom, keeping my eyes on his hands, so when they come to start firing at me, I've got this hand ready to bash in the first hook to the side of his chin. Bang, 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 bang. And it looks something like that, yeah. That's what it kind of looked like. It was something like that. I think you could get the gist of the idea, and that's what I actually did in sparring. Okay, so that's that covered. Okay, let's cover a simple twist. I've shown you many twists already in other videos. This one's a simple twist. I'm going to have a quick drink. Right, a simple twist. Basically, we're going to twist right. Yeah? Now, this can be done when you're in front of them in the duck position, or when you're off your jab. When you're slanting to the right and you're firing a jab, you can do a right twist. Basically, I'm slanting to my right, firing the jab, I just twist, and I'm at the side of him here. Or when I'm in the duck position, yeah, twist, yeah, and I get around, I do a quarter turn twist, twist to get to the side of him. At which point I fire my lead home run hook into the centre of his guard, and I finish it with a rear home run hook around the side. I think you can picture that in your mind what's actually happening. It's quite quick and powerful and fast. So, yeah, same in duck position. I just twist to the right, yeah, fire this lead home run hook straight into the centre, through the guard, and finish, boom, with a rear home run hook. It's a really simple one. Now remember, when you do the twist, keep your legs bent. You need to keep your legs bent when you do the twist, otherwise, well, it's not really good. You're not going to twist properly. You're not really going to get the movement the way you want it. Legs must be bent when doing the twist. Yeah. I don't mean as if you're sitting. I just mean, you know, bent, relaxed, but bent enough to perform a twist movement. You'll feel it if you try it. Okay, so like I said, you can also do it off the jab. So I'm slanting to my right, and I'm slanting to the right, firing the jab, yeah, and I just twist to the right. Bang, bang. So that went through the centre and that came round the outside. Yeah? So from the duck position, from the jab position, you can see how fast and quick it is. Because you know, be walking up to him, slip, jab, jab, and twist, bang, bang. It's quite a surprising move. So that one's yours now. Yeah, so I hope you got it. Slant to the right, double jab, twist to the right. Yeah, legs are going to be bent when you do that twist. Fire the lead home run up through the centre of the guard, finish it with a rear home run hook around the side. Or if you like this, your legs are bent, you're in the duck position, just twist, same thing again, boom, boom. Yeah, so that covers that one. Be right with you in a moment. I'm just figuring out what else I'm going to add on to this. Let's see what the time is like on this. 27 minutes. Right, I'm just going to quickly do this one. Alright, this is just right. I've shown you on other videos where you slip to your left and slip to your right, and as you slip back to your left, you fire maybe a rear tight overhead punch, a rear overhead lazy hand punch, a rear cross, or fire the 8, the rear hook, where we went left, right, boom, or left, right, boom. Yeah, I've shown you that already before. But this time we're not going to go to the right, we're just going to slip left. Yeah, going to slip left, and as we do, fire the rear tight overhead, or the rear lazy hand punch, or the rear cross, yeah, or the rear home run hook. Now, imagine either in the ring or in the street, you know, say we're in the street, someone walks up to you, as they do, and they always try to come in front of you like this, come into your face, yeah, and well, all you need to do, you know, just slip left and bang that straight to the chin. So you slip left, yeah, you might take a slight diagonal step forward as well as you do it to bring more power into it. So, yeah, like that. Or the lazy hand punch, straight down into the chin, yeah. Or the rear cross, or the rear home run hook, like so. So I can't smack the bag hard because I've got neighbours downstairs. So the person's in front of you, you just slip left, yeah, maybe do a diagonal, slightly go into the diagonal forwards to bring more power into it, and you like this, you just go boom, straight into his chin. Yeah, so that's a tight overhead punch. Or you can do the lazy hand, the rear lazy hand, or the rear cross, bang, or the rear home run hook. Yeah, rear home run hook. And like I said, same thing in the ring. You know, you're both standing in front of each other, and you just go boom, like that. It's all the same thing as same for the street. Yeah. So slip left, maybe diagonal forward with the rear overhead punch. Yeah, the rear tight overhead punch, hitting with a vertical fist with the bottom 3 knuckles here, the bottom 3, that's the rear tight overhead punch, or slip left, fire the lazy hand punch, which to make a lazy hand punch, as I've said before, just turn your hand the other way around, yeah, and you'll be hitting with the top 3 knuckles, here going straight to his chin, yeah, these ones here, the top 3, straight down the center to his chin, and you know, slip left, rear cross, slip left, rear home run hook, yeah. Okay, so that's that. Now remember, on my first video I said I don't clench my fist until the moment of impact when I'm doing home run hooks. I aim 7 inches into the target, my hand whips out like a snake attacking its prey, like a whip being whipped out. So it's, you know, it's like, and like I said, I don't clench my fist into the moment of impact. I aim 7 inches into the target, so not on the target, on the outside, or on. I don't aim on the outside of the target either. I aim inside the target, 7 inches into the center of the target, and I said that's what I do with my home run hooks. But what I forgot to say, I do that with all my punches. I aim 7 inches into the target, so I don't over punch, and I get that snap and that ricochet effect, and it's a powerful punch. Also, the eagle thing, where I said the eagle, when it's doing its hunting, when it sees something, it doesn't think about it. It just goes down, grabs it, and back up. There's no thought process. It sees it, takes it. Yeah. So you can do that by practicing with a spot on the wall. Just see a spot on the wall. You know, don't think about it. It's already gone. And also, remember I said that it doesn't start from the shoulder. It starts from the hand. The hand is the first thing to go, then the lower arm, the upper arm, then the shoulder, and then the body. Yeah. And you don't clench your fist into the moment of impact, because if you do, yeah, you're now tensing and you've lost speed. So your hands open, flies out faster. Okay. So this is lesson 6, and that was just a bundle of stuff, bits and bobs thrown together. I'll see you next time.